Hey everyone, this is Lord Shadrach here speaking. I'm making myself a quick video. Real life sucks. There's no way around it. Real life just sucks. And I'm not just talking about the usual stuff, like poverty, death, illness, and all the other crazy nonsense that we have to put up with on a daily, weekly, monthly, yearly, decade, millennial basis. I'm talking about the fact that it's not like a cartoon or an anime. Why can't real life be more like an anime or a cartoon? It would be so awesome. I mean, think about it like this. You know how in cartoons where people, if they need something, they just reach off screen and they got it. It's like very interesting. It's like if they want like a sledgehammer and there's no sledgehammer around, they just grab out of the hammer space and they got a sledgehammer. It's like, where in the world do they find this stuff that's just waiting around for them to reach out for and just grab when they need it? Hey, we need this. Oh, we got it right here. I need a Santa hat. Oh, wait, I got a Santa hat right here. Or something like that, you know? Or someone's like, I'm out of toothpaste. And then they grab off the camera and then they got toothpaste and everything. And suddenly they got it and they need it and everything like that. I know, I'm from my ASMR videos, I know. Ugh. And anyways, or if they need something, they got it. Or they need a costume or they need anything. They don't need to have money. They just go reach off camera and boom, they got what they need the next scene. Or the fact that you just fall off a building and you don't get hurt. It's like the next scene you're all healthy again. Or what's another good example of what makes a cartoon so awesome? You fall off a building, you can just get back up. You're just basically flatter than a pancake, but you don't have to worry about your guts and your bones breaking and your guts spilling out. Oh, what's another good example? What's another good thing? The fact that you can just run through the billboard painting and not have any problems with it. They parodied something like that on Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. If you've not seen that movie, you may want to pause it right here and fast forward. But if you do, it's pretty good. There's like a scene where they're like running, like Jay and Silent Bob are running through Hollywood, and they run into like this this background painting, and I'm like, man, I hate how fake Hollywood is. But even more interesting, more awesome than cartoons, I should say, for their in a way they're much better because the art quality and the storytelling would have to be Japanese anime. No arguing with that. Japanese anime is good. It's far better than cartoons. But I'm gonna tell you this, but that's another topic for another day. But why can't real life be more like a Japanese anime? It's like you have superpowered women, you have giant robots, cutesy little animals like that can do things, and to top it all off, you have your day job is dealing with an omni powerful overlord that's like got thick battle armor and he's ready to destroy the world. And you and your cohorts and all your friends get on your giant robots and kick the thing's ass, or the super powered girls and stuff beat the crap out of the thing, and then just call it a day. It's like, why can't real life be more like that? Like, you're just like, I am going to ensure that I am number one in making this YouTube video, and you will understand that this video is number one, and nobody can stop me. It's like so animated the way that they move. It's like, oh, I'm doing this, and I'm off the camera. I think it was like Smosh or one of the other YouTubers. I don't remember the name off the top of my head. In fact, let me look at it here. See what it is. Yeah, I know. I'm recording on my phone and I'm looking at my TV right this, and I don't care. Hey, hey. But still, to have a real life anime would be pretty amazing. It would be like so cool. Like you would have like giant robots and stuff. And by the way, the one that did it was I don't know how to pronounce his name, but I'm gonna I think it was I'm not gonna say his name because I don't know how to pronounce it. Because I don't know, but it's a very interesting video. It's down there if you want to see it. But still, to have a real life anime would be awesomeness. You'd have super powered girls, but then again, it would take them forever to get their costume on because it would go through an entire process just to get them dressed up. And it's like the villain's like, "Are you done yet? Okay, your little frilly little ribbons here and there, and your little bow, and all this." And the villain's like, "Ugh." Just imagine if a supervillain actually did that, like kept the time. It's like, you know how like on like for example like Sailor Moon, how it takes it like around 5 minutes. I know I'm exaggerating for her costume to come on and everything like that, and it's like, okay, all right, get it over with here already, please. Put on your superhero costume and start kicking ass. Well, you know what? At least in the Centurions, they didn't waste any time. They just said power extreme, and then they got all their equipment on. Who remembers the Centurions? I saw it on Cartoon Network. Who remembers the Centurions? That was pretty awesome. But anyways, enough talk. Let's go forward. But still, why can't real life be more like an animated cartoon? Or like an anime? Or like, or someone like, like how in Disney movies, how people like just break out in song and they start to sing about life and how life is all great and life is all phenomenal and how suddenly I'm gonna be number one. Oh man, that would be amazingly cool. But still, you gotta deal with anime. Like people have like weird hairdos. How much money do they spend on hairspray and their outfits? That would basically break the bank. And how do they afford the maintenance on these giant robots? How in the world do they afford it? And how in the world? I mean, I've seen a lot of magical schoolgirl animes, magical girl animes, and it's like, uh, you would think the news and the media and the police and the National Guard and the military would be like alerted to all this insanity, going, yeah, in the other news today, we saw a bunch of wacky monsters messing around, and then a bunch of short-skirted sailor-suited girls beat the thing up, and this guy in a tuxedo and cape and top hat gave them some encouraging words, and all of a sudden it was all back to normal again. But sadly, that may never come to pass. It's a shame that we will never have real life cartoons and real life anime. It would be so awesome if we did. I guess that's why there's cosplay. Or how about a video game? How about real life being more like a video game? Man, I want to go toe to toe against some damn vampires for once. Man, I want to take myself a crucifix or something, or a stake and just jab it in a vampire. But then again, if the vampire in question was acting up, causing problems and stuff, if it was an evil vampire. But hey, if it was a vampire, just drinking, at the coffee shop, and just enjoying life, hey, I'm a vampire, I got fangs. And he's just not bothering anybody. Hey, cool. You're like, hey, cool, you're a vampire. Let's have a drink. He's like, yeah, sure. Do you drink blood? Occasionally. And it would be so cool. And then you could actually, and if real life were more like fiction, I would be able to work my fantasy job of being a ninja. I would finally have that fantasy job of being a ninja who flies around with a giant robot or whatever and just has fun. Or how about a starship captain? That would be great. Oh, it would be so cool if we could do that. Oh. But then again, you'd have to deal with like how in Dragon Ball Z, and all the other Dragon Ball variants, how like you see these people just throwing Hadouken fireballs at each other, destroying the landscape. Imagine on the news, like, another news today, a bunch of muscle-bound, steroid-infused martial artists were throwing around fireballs that eventually destroyed the Grand Canyon. Oh man. Or putting in massive indent in the Rocky Mountains. it would just it would not be good. But then again, you probably would have, Marvel Comics coming to life and DC, and how, like, in other news today, we saw superheroes doing their shopping. They're on their off day and they're shopping around, and the villain was on their off day. And then all of a sudden, they decided to have a simple chat, and then they went about their business, and then they started doing crazy stuff. I know. It's just craziness. Real life sucks. How many of you out there actually relate to what I'm saying? How many of you watching this video? I know there's maybe one or two people. To the one or two individuals watching this video, how do you feel about this? How do you feel about all this? Please rate, comment, and subscribe.